I was not impressed on our very first race at Winterport. We have got to set a better baseline. In order to race at Winterport, we ended up swapping the tires we usually run for this set. We're pretty sure that they weigh a ton, and that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to be swapping around tires. Anything that is unnecessary weight on the machine is probably going to get dumped. We've got some 13-inch max autos in order to put onto the front. They're a lighter weight rim. I've already upgraded them to ball bearings in order to replace the X-Track snowblower tires that weigh a ton. We bought a brand spanking new scale. Anything coming off and anything going on is going to be on that 100-pound scale in order to document what we're doing. Engine part wise, NR Racing, we ordered up a ton of stuff. Everything from flywheels to a couple of different cams, you name it. That'll be in a future video. Tire wise on the rear, I wanted to set these all side by side so that you could see the difference. This is what we usually run, and unfortunately these cracked out hardcore on one side during the winter. So we ended up running these because they were what was available. This is the giant set of contact patch that this had on the tar, which bogged down our engine big time. This is the little itty bitty contact patch that I usually run. And these are the 25 by 8 by 12 SunFs that we bought. And I'm going to leave these on in order to be able to run them on my other rig on the dirt. But we can weigh those. And I have a set of GT rims that are the same rims as those in order to see what the weight difference is between everything. First up, we have the tires that we used at Winterport, the first race. We've got 32 and 8 ounces. These are the tires that I normally use at the gravel drags. Big tires or small tires, I don't care what it's on. Always makes a rig look better. Let's go find out what this stupid thing weighs. Moment of truth. Did we buy pretty tires or did we buy better tires? If they weigh less than 29 pounds and 3 ounces, we upgraded. Right on 29 pounds. So between what we normally run and the tires that we ran at the 8th mile, there's a 7-pound difference. So basically 29 pounds even. So drop off another half of a pound. We managed to drop 7.5 pounds at the expense of about $160. I'll post a link for these down below. I know a lot of people are going to ask. Front tire swap. Is it lighter? We have 7 pounds 10 ounces. £6 pounds 10 ounces. So we dropped 2 pounds and we gained bearings. I'll take that for the win. That's curious. I wasn't expecting those to actually be taller and slightly bigger. I've had a lot of questions come in about what's going on with my front end here. So we've got bearings, we've got washers, we've got a Jesus clip, and then what we have is a nut that I cut a slit in on one side, welded it on both sides, we put washers on, and we put a pin through it. And then at that point, if the Jesus clip decides to part company, we've still got the regular cotter pin that's going to hold it for quite a while. Number one thing that bothers me, exhaust needs to get downturned and it needs to either get side piped or it needs something. This was done because of being on the gravel and having to park on the gravel, and I didn't want to be making giant clouds of smoke. I may or may not have tipped off a company I've worked with in the past on a few parts that nobody makes the correct flange size to just plain bolt on to a Duramax 440. I'll post a link in the description down below. Comes with the oversized gaskets, a screw kit, and it is huge. That's the old pipe right there. As you can see, this new one actually fits over it. Oh yeah, that's pimping. There we go. We've gone through every major seam and re-welded it. We redid all of them there. We redid all of them there. We redid all of the seaming that is right here. We ended up removing a ton of stuff, and in just a sec we'll weigh it out. But I wanted to show this to you guys. I get a lot of questions about OSHFO versus total boat, and this is one major thing that I have noticed. This is a straight weld that was sprayed with total boat. This is a straight weld sprayed with OSHFO. OSHFO turns it like this diamondy silver type look. Total boat, on the other hand, blacks out every bit of steel that it can get a hold of. And so I like the Frankenstein welded together look that it currently has. It's borderline hot rod rust look. So the OSHFO seams, I think we're going to leave and see how long they stay looking that weird silver color that they do. But we cut out a bunch of stuff. So let's come punch this thing on. Oh, I forgot. We also pulled out all of this extra. This was anything and everything that was attached to the engine or the chassis. Extra bolts that I don't know why they were there. You name it. So, let's hit the on button here. Okay, so extra engine chassis bolts and stuff that nobody needs. Wow, that was actually way more than I thought it was going to be. 2.5 pounds. Okay. Original steering shaft locator bar. 4 pounds. One side of the gas tank mount. 6 pounds 3 ounces. Other side of the gas tank holding mount. Down to, there we go. Let me see here. Front gas tank mount lower. Random chunks. One rear plate. Now keep in mind our goal was 10 pounds. We're getting pretty close here. More random scrap. Bottom of the combined area. The other bottom of the combined area pieces. More of the gas tank area. Some more random. And the final bracket off of the rear end from the doubled up frame. 12 pounds, 3 ounces. So tires got us 10 pounds less. Cutting up the frame and removing all the extra junk, that got us another 12 pounds. And our goal was to get over 20 off of it. Let's get it put back together and make sure everything still fires up. Let's end the debate right now. A lot of people have gotten in arguments with me about whether this Avapow which has a direct 12 volt out, is actually that much lighter than running the lawn tractor battery. So here's your average size lawn tractor battery, and that is 16 pounds. This is a 3000 amp, 600 amp cranking output Avapow. £1 11 ounces. I'm pretty sure that kills the argument, and that's actually got some extra hardware on it that's getting removed, because zip ties weigh less. Hi, Mr. Brisk Iced Tea. Let's see if you actually pay attention. So what can you tell me changed on the machine?
The exhaust, there's a key, where's the tires,
The key ignition, the tires, the exhaust.
There's that there.
There's what where?
There's tubes.
Tubes? What tubes?
Aren't these always been here?
No, that's the fuel pump system. I upgraded that. Good job. What else has changed? The goal was to make it lighter. Can you see something that changed to make it lighter?
I don't see a ton of this.
I actually feel better the fact that you can't apparently quickly tell what I did to make it lighter, because that means I blended it in really good.
Oh, you switched this?
Yeah, well, the original slice I did a while back, but I sliced out underneath here so that it's not dropping down, and I sliced out all of the extra that was in here. Remember, this used to be a big chunk of metal? So the gas tank looks a little bit awkward. I probably should have just left a little bit of a lip or something that came around for the gas tank. And I did this one.
Yeah, I was kind of confused about this.
Yep.
Since if you slice this off and you're going to do it like you normally do it, I feel like it would have snapped.
I re-welded it. Actually, I think this is better, because originally the only thing holding me from popping that loose was 3 bolts on each side. So this is welded totally solid now.
Well, what if you start slicing pulls into the transmission?
No. Did you figure out what set of tires is the new rear tires?
Yeah, those ones.
Those ones? What do you think of those? We had way too much air in them in order to get them fully seated. Can you lift one up? Now that we've got them down to the 10 PSI we're planning on running them at. Yep. So see, now they've got a much more flat profile on the top now that they're down to the 10 PSI. So they say to run at 15, but at 15 they were pretty darn bulged out, but by 10 they came out to being a pretty level profile. Alright, so at this point I've got to finish making a deflector here, because they're classifying me as an ATV. So as you can see, an ATV has this to keep your heel from going down into the tire, and that's what I got to make now. So I found this old grate, and I'm thinking that'll go great right there. Bad dad joke. There we go. We got the heel protectors in, better tires, cut out 20 pounds by the time we were done, because we had to put about 1.5 pounds back on by the time we put the heel protector and The exhaust, believe it or not, weighs 1 pound more than the one that we had on there. But I think we're doing good. Unfortunately, they probably will be canceling the race tomorrow. It's a 90% chance of showers. So we don't expect to get to test and tune it yet, but we'll get to soon. Thanks everybody for the support, and yeah, the girlfriend only had purple bandages. Don't judge me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.